Hey everybody, it's Krista Norris here from Shaper World Coaching. I hope you're having a magnificent weekend, whenever it is that you're watching this. And thank you for being here with me. For all of you, always, this is this week's Sunday sermon. It's an interesting one. A lot of these have been interesting for me as well. I mean, when I share things, inevitably it's because there's also a piece of me that has been experiencing a lot of these energies. You know, we are all a part of the collective consciousness whole, and as such, whatever we go through individually will be and is felt and held by every other amazing soul on this earth, in this planet, in this world, this universe, and and vice versa. Everything that's going on in the world and in the universe will be touching each of us in some way, some aspect. And the details of that can obviously differ. But yeah, it's an energy we will all be experiencing on some level. And depending on what we specifically need from that energy, so maybe we have more healing to do than others, or maybe it's something that can help us to be there to help someone else, whatever it is. Anyway, that's how this stuff works. And that's where we are right now in the world as well. For those who don't know, we're in the middle of a 2-week period. This is a very auspicious, beautiful time in our world energies of really, how do I say this, very powerful healing and clearing, and also the alignment of planets and so on for Earth, and where we are in position and in conjunction with other planets in the universe. Earth gives out, and she pulsates with her own energy, just like we all do. It's part of how this world works, and part of how we all work, and how and why. How do I put this? Another aspect to how we're connected with Earth as well, and she with us. So anyway, she gives out her own energy as well. So do all the other planets. So when you get things aligned in a certain way, the way they experience it is in a beautiful, amazing level. The way we experience it will be in another amazing, beautiful level as well. So that's what's going on right now, and it's happening until I think we're through week 1. So I think we've got one more week of this. And one of the aspects is being called the lion. Some of you may have seen or heard about it already online. And it's Leo energy. Also, we are in a portal right now of energies. The way all the planets have aligned and so on means that, along with us being in this Leo lion energy, so it's quite forceful, as the whole roar thing, in addition to for some people it can relate to like, how do you see yourself personally in the world, like what is your self-esteem like, how do you feel about your body, your physical image, how do you project yourself in the world, how do people respond to you, all of that stuff can come up. In addition to, let's say, how house proud you are or not house proud, or house proud in a different way from people around you, or the way you dress, stuff like that as well can come into all of this. And another thing that happens is when when all the planets are lined up in a certain way, as they are now, it can also open portals and doorways, and it's just, again, part of the way our amazing universe works. So what it means for all of us and all of you is that we have opened a portal, a portal has been opened for us that is actually, the last time we were in this specific type of energy was in 1999. So that's a really beautiful opportunity for all of us as well, because what it means is, and we're getting more and more of these actually from sort of like the middle of last year was the beginning of a lot of these very powerful energies and portals and doorways coming through, and being more noticed by a lot of people as well, being more felt. Chances are you're watching this, if you think back to those times, I bet you will be able to recognize and to remember certain times when you're like, oh, that's what was going on. So this type of powerful portal with the alignment of planets is increasing a lot and getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And we're in another one of those. And so again, the last time we were in this specific type of energy portal, and with the alignment of planets and so on, was in 1999. So what that means is this is also a beautiful opportunity for each of us, each of you, to really think back to that year and that time period. So August of 1999, what was going on in your life? What were you going through? What were some of the issues, some of the patterns, some of your frustrations, pains, fears, happiness, joy, excitement, all of it? And, if there's anything that has been left unresolved or that you haven't quite dealt with, this is an opportunity for you to do that. And whether you're working with someone who can support you through that, or whether it's something you're just noticing and you're beginning to delve into, or maybe a book will help you with this process, or talking with a friend, whatever it is. We are each being given an opportunity to really look at what was going on for us specifically in that year, that month, and to deal with it. However feels best for us, however feels best for each of you. For me, I'll share for me, if this helps to have, something to compare it to, maybe, to get some of your wheels turning as well. In August of 1999, I was still in the US. How old was I? Hold on, let me think back. Because I'm 39 now. That's not going to help me. What year was I born? Hold on. I graduated high school in 96. You can tell you're getting old when you're like, wait, hold on. Let me think about it this way. So I graduated in 96. I was 18 then. So 99, I was 21. Yeah. 21, baby. And, legal to drink in the US. I'd already been partying for a while in my life. And also learning to escape. Learning not to deal with stuff and not dealing with a lot of things that had already happened to me at that point in my lifetime, in this current lifetime. My spiritual awareness and knowledge was opening up in a really beautiful, big way, and had been for a while, for a few years already at that point. And along with that, I didn't quite have the maturity level, I suppose, to know how to deal with things in a way that was actually healthy and beneficial. I did a lot of running away because I was scared of stuff that came up, and it really, I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared in a lot of ways. And that's fine. I was young. I was also having fun and going out, clubbing and dancing and all sorts of stuff, and having fun with my friends. But another thing that was going on then is a situation where basically there was this group of people I had met and come into contact with beautifully, synchronistically, and they had found me. We were all meant to have this experience together, this reconnection. And essentially we all shared a past life together that was really significant and traumatic for all of us in different ways. It was a big group of us. And so anyway, we came into contact again, and one of them was this gentleman. He's still a gentleman who my soul in that life was handfasted to his soul. Handfasting, for those who don't know, is a pagan folk way, and we lived in, I always pick up 1135 England, Northern England, Nottingham, interestingly. But so we were handfasted, and for those who don't know, that's the same as being married, basically. Stuff went down, and and it was really difficult. So it was interesting, that time period, because what was going on for me was because this guy, we're really amazing friends. He's such an incredible soul. Really grateful for him and appreciate him. But anyway, he remembers that lifetime like it was yesterday, a lot more clearly than I do. I get glimpses and images, but for him it's like it happened the other day. And so he remembered a lot more, and I just wasn't prepared for it. And there was another part of our friends group who she also remembered it, and I don't like being told what to do. Even if people aren't telling me what to do, if there's anything that feels like it. And I've realized recently part of why that's been such a big issue is for this lifetime, but also it relates to my most recent past lifetime in this linear timeline. Very long story short, I lived through a time period in the US, or world history, it wasn't the US, but in the world history, where people were literally in fear all the time and being told what to do and subjugated, in that way controlled. And so my soul remembers that and has a major aversion to being told what to do. I really don't like it. My parents will tell you this. In this lifetime, you know, memories of my mom teaching me how to cross the road, and I was like, I must have been 2, maybe 3, probably 3 actually at that point, almost 4. And anyway, I remember this as well, and her saying, you know, you've got to hold my hand. And we looked both ways, and it was a really quiet road. But anyway, I literally remember pulling my arm very forcefully, like, away from hers, getting really angry looking at her, and then looking both ways, stomping across our quiet neighborhood street, and then turning around and looking at her from the other side of the road with my hands on my hips, like, I can do it. I don't need you. Don't tell me what to do. And so anyway, that's kind of the energy I was coming from and working with when all this stuff was going on in 1999. And also my soul knew that it wasn't meant to continue in this lifetime. I wasn't ready for that anyway. And, you know, he's since gone on and he's found an incredible partner. And it's not like we ever spoke about this. It's actually the friend, mutual friend, who sort of like the intermediary between what was going on. And yeah, and so it's interesting, because if we think back to what was going on, you know, if you think back to what was going on for you in your life in August of 1999, chances are something will begin to click with you, and you'll remember a bit of what was going on in your life and what were some of the issues, and you can start to connect with, okay, so how does that relate to now? What are some of the things coming up again? If there is any little layer or aspect that is connected to what was going on for you in 1999, well, it will be coming up again for you now. But obviously this time you have the, you know, current life perspective. You're older, wiser, more mature, all that stuff. You have life experience under your belt, and you'll be able to handle it in a different way, or you'll have a different perspective, or, you know, whatever it is. And that's certainly the case for me as well. And so it's really interesting, all of these things, because we can begin to put together connections for ourselves. And at the same time, we can, we're obviously, again, we're being given this opportunity for healing, for growth, for opportunity. And, you know, if you have connected already with your soul mission and your soul path, you know, of why you're here to help in the world, because we are all also each here specifically to be a help to this world, our planet, and the universe as a whole. We each have a soul role and purpose to play in this and helping things to move forward in a beautiful way and to continue to ascend and expand. So anyway, these personal realizations and memories, you know, and any healing that you do, it can be a help that because it can contribute, not just, but it can contribute to whatever it is that is your soul mission and your soul purpose on this planet and in this lifetime. For me, one of my really big soul gifts and part of my soul mission, why I'm here, is to continue with some of the work and to continue again with, you know, the benefit of hindsight, more experience as a soul. I'm an older soul now. I have more experience and so forth, and I'm able to see things in a slightly different perspective and way, hopefully better. You know, although I'm still learning and growing all the time too, as we each are. But anyway, part of why I'm here is to continue some of the work, you know, again, hopefully in a better different way, for what began in ancient Egypt, for me as a soul. I was a soul known as Hathor that was made into a goddess. None of us were gods or goddesses. We were held up that way, and we didn't do a lot to discourage that. Or maybe we did a bit, but, a bit half-heartedly. Anyway, is how it feels to me, specifically on reflection. Other people who remember those lifetimes, your experience may differ. But that's what my soul took away from it. And also part of my work was that I was working specifically with guides and spirits from the planet of Venus to help bring more love into this world and onto this planet. And there was a lot of specific ways that I signed up and agreed to help to do that. The soul who was my husband in that lifetime, he and I both did work in different ways through our relationship with each other, as well as things we did in sacred temples. And for me specifically, a lot of it was through dance, also through sex, kundalini and tantra. A lot of people think of tantric sex. Well, it's more than just having a really good sex life, although there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. But Tantra is also, in Kundalini, there are ways to literally work with energy. It's like meditating. It's like yoga. It's like Buddhism, anything. These are all different ways of working with energy. So, for me, in this lifetime now, this is a continuation of some of what happened in Egypt in terms of, okay, well, let's get back to that project because it was left unfinished. And let's see what else I can do as a soul to help. And I'm working again with some of the guides I worked with then from Venus. And I can also sense there are a few people who have joined the team who weren't there then, but they are now. And all of it is to help bring more love into the world. And, and it starts with each of us. It starts within. So I've been through a lot of things in my own lifetime where I've needed to heal and to allow myself to feel and to experience love, but love in all her aspects, all her ways, all her forms. And, literally becoming more comfortable with how does that feel in my body, so that I don't want to reject it, so I don't self-sabotage, so I don't put my head in the sand and decide, oh, I'm going to go get drunk and party instead. Right? Rather than face whatever issues need to be healed so that I can achieve my purpose, which is to embody part of my purpose, to embody the state of love, and also to be able to help others to do the same in their own ways, to heal their lives, and so that they can experience love and self-acceptance and that beauty that comes with that, and the abundance that comes with that, the success that comes with that, so that they can then go on and better achieve their goals in their soul mission and their soul path as well, because there will be people and souls waiting for them who need their help. And yeah, so all of this stuff with 1999 and what was going on then, this is an example of the ways in which we can each heal our lives, look at what's going on, what is helping us, what is not helping us, and if there are any recurring patterns, issues, any areas where you think, that's coming up again, I gotta deal with this, well, this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity to do that and to really look at and think about, okay, well, how can you deal with it? How can you finally heal it so it's no longer an issue for you and it's no longer holding you back? So you can go on and fulfill your dreams without this level of fear, worry, or anxiousness, anything else that may be coming up for you. Unhealthy relationships, patterns, all of that. And so, so I invite you and I encourage you to think about what was going on for you in August 1999. If there are any unresolved issues, layers, energies that immediately spring to mind, well, you'll know what they are. And this is your opportunity. We're each being given an opportunity to look at these things again, and it doesn't need to be something that's scary for us. It doesn't need to be threatening. It doesn't need to be so substantial that it feels overwhelming. We can look at these things and we can look at them and look at, okay, what can I do about this bit today? You don't need to necessarily feel that you have to tackle the entire thing in one go. How can you just chip away at it, and look at the things that are solvable for you now. And then you've done that. And so then the next time you look at it, you know, tomorrow, later in the week, or whatever it is, you can look at the next part. And we go from there. So this is your opportunity, as it is mine, and for each of us. And, you know, so I encourage you to look at these things, to ask yourself questions, and also to be willing to accept and welcome in help and support, and to seek out help and support if you need those things. I definitely have in various parts of my past and life. And you know, and there's no shame in that. There's absolutely no shame. There's nothing wrong with it. And if anything, it shows your strength and your courage to know that you are worth that, that you love yourself enough to give yourself that gift, and also to know that it's time and to take action on it. So yeah, so I hope all of this is a help for you, everyone. And I'm thinking about you so much. Just to let each of you know, I've been getting a lot of questions recently. People and other amazing souls who are interested in learning more about past lives, about, you know, different time periods in our Earth planet's history, and so I am ruminating on that. I'm allowing whatever needs to come to me from divine guidance and from my guides and source to help me to best be of service and to best help all of you. And part of what I'm getting is that it may help for me to begin again. Starting in January this year, I had a monthly series of meditations that I did every month, the first Sunday of every month. And those fizzled out a little bit. I could feel something was shifting within me. And so that needed a bit of a readjustment and a rethink. And it's starting to feel that perhaps that will be a good forum and way for me to share that type of knowledge with all of you, to have, you know, a meditation and then time for discussions and questions, perhaps a masterclass. I'm really open to how Spirit and Source guide me on this, so stay tuned. And I hope all of that sounds good. And I hope it will be a help to all of you. If any of you have questions, if you would like to be a part of those, please do raise your hand. Let me know, send me a message or leave a comment, and I'll make sure that you have all the details, so you know, you're not left out of that opportunity if you would like it. And yeah, it's an exciting time. It's an exciting life and world we're in. My energy, I feel very vibrant. I feel like parts of me are literally kind of sparkling and glowing. I did yesterday, I'll share with you, as part of this healing and looking at, you know, where was I back in 1999. I've really been embracing further layers of my own path and my journey. And part of what that's meant is that because every day I ground and meditate, do reflecting, and as I feel called to, I will also do energy work. Well, yesterday I furthered that, and I invoked and embodied all of the goddesses that came to me. There's a specific energy activation and healing that I did for that. Part of my gift as well is that I'm also a natural channel, so things can, you know, hold through, and I can hold that space as conduit for all my clients. I can also do it for myself, which is beautiful. It's an amazing gift, you know, a blessing. So anyway, so I did that, and then I went on and I also started again something that I did back when I was in Spain earlier this year, of literally embodying the energy and healing of crystals. And for me, it was the Lemurian crystal, and gorgeous. Stuff is still coming to me now. You know, I only did it yesterday, so it's really normal for the next few days, at least, that more will come to me. And yeah, and so I have a feeling some of that will be a part of all of this too. So if any of that sounds interesting, if you'd like to know more, please get in touch. Do not hesitate. You know, part of what our universe really likes as well is for us to take action, to not delay, because it signals to the universe that we're ready for these next steps that they're giving us, so they can give us even more, you know, and with that we can be rewarded with beautiful abundance and sacred divine openings and opportunities. At the same time, as we take action, and when we do so and we follow our intuitive guidance, we're also saying, and, you know, in a really substantial, big, tangible way to ourselves and all the beautiful parts that make us. We all have all these different, tender, gorgeous, raw sometimes, but beautiful aspects to ourselves. And so we're saying to them, as we take actions, that we know we are worth it, and that we know that they are worth it too. We're showing our love and our care. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope that all of this is a help to you, and I hope it provides some beautiful food for thought. Because yeah, we're in this life together, each and every one of us, and we all have so much to offer, so much to give, and I'm really honored to be here with all of you as well. I hope you're having a gorgeous, happy weekend, happy Sunday. I'm recording this a couple days early, so I hope it's as sunny on Sunday for me as it is today. It's a beautiful warm day, actually. So lovely. So yeah, I'm sending you all the very best and so much love. I'm thinking of you. Mwah. Bye everyone. Take care. Thank you for you. And remember, you truly do have the power, as we all do. You do too, to create your own destiny in the world. Shape your world however you would like it, because we need you to. And there are people and beautiful souls out there waiting for you to follow your path too. All right, take care. Bye.